It's safe to say that WWE 2K games have been rather hit and miss over the years. Despite that, the fanbase has remained loyal to the series, and have returned every year to see the latest offering from 2K games, allowing them to create some dream matches with their favourite superstars and legends alike. Last year's entry to the series, 2K23, really set the bar quite high when it came to creating a complete and fun WWE experience, so the pressure really is on WWE 2K23 to deliver. From what I experienced so far, I think it is pretty safe to assume you will not be disappointed here. Straight off the bat, I simply had to try out the brand new and shiny game mode that has been added to WWE 2K23.
War Games!
The whole idea behind the War Games match originated in WCW in the late 80s, but then was not seen again until NXT brought it back in the late 2010s. With Triple H now taking control and creative at WWE, the match has been brought onto the main roster and was the main focus point of the Survivor Series pay-per-view last year. Naturally, this meant it had to be added to the next 2K game, which posed quite the challenge to the development team. How can you make superstars react to having two side-by-side rings, while also being surrounded entirely by a steel cage? The result is very positive indeed. The movement between the two rings is seamless, and the superstars, even when being controlled by the AI, seem to react very naturally around the ring. I played both a male and female Warzone match, and both were spectacular. I started both matches as the first entrant, so had to survive and battle it out until every other superstar had entered the ring. Every 2 minutes a new superstar would be added to the match, and it would make their way down from their cage which they were housed inside. This was situated on a platform above the ring. Before entering the ring, a number of superstars chose to grab some weapons from under the ring and slide them into the cage to use on their opponents. This felt so natural despite my opponents and allies being controlled by the AI. You always see this in the actual Warzone matches where weapons are being chucked in when someone new comes to the ring. So it made the whole match feel like something you'd actually see on the TV, rather than it just being a simulated version of it. The whole atmosphere and presentation of the match felt really real as well. There were sirens going off, ring announcers shouting out that the match was about to begin, and all of this combined to add to the atmosphere. War Games was a really fun match mode, and it truly has a bit of everything. This included me being dive attacked by two opponents at the same time, something which I'd actually never had happen to me before. This is a game mode I can see myself never getting bored of playing. Now let's talk about the detail and the superstars. I mean, this is one of the main reasons you want to play these games, right? You want to become the superstar. And in doing so, you want all the details to be accurate. One of the biggest issues games like this have had in the past is hair mechanics. The hair is always way too loose or stiff as cardboard. The physics behind the hair work amazingly well. Sequins on costumes sparkle with the flickering arena lights. The crowd react to parts of the superstars' entrances they are supposed to, and the announcers sell the superstars like they're $1,000,000. Every single movement, facial expression and taunt that you would expect from the superstar's entrance has been mimicked exactly in 2K23, and you truly feel like you are playing as the actual superstar rather than a watered down AI version of them. There are moments when the music of your opponent hits and you really feel like the fight is on and the hype is real. Hearing Brock Lesnar's entrance theme filled me with dread, whereas Becky Lynch's made me feel fully hyped and ready for a solid match. Movement and holds in matches feel so much smoother and well put together compared to the previous years. Combinations and grapples with your opponent feel much more natural and like something you'd expect to see on the televised matches. The AI feel a lot smarter than some of the previous years as well, scouting your moves or countering at the very last minute to add some drama to the match. They won't leave the ring to catch their breath as often as well, much like we've seen in previous games, and there are moments when they are hitting you with a flurry of moves that simply cannot be countered, and it feels a lot more natural rather than brutally unfair. There was even a moment towards the end of a match where I accidentally clipped the referee with one of my punches. While it didn't knock them down to the floor, you could tell they were a bit dazed, and when it came to them making the pinfall count, that was a lot slower than the normal count rate.
Get all of it. 2 count.
It's little things like this which really make the matches feel more realistic, and a lot more fun to play. Let's move on to Showcase mode now. This again has always been quite a hit and miss mode when it comes to fan reaction. I've always felt that the main issue around this mode has been the fact that you had to do over 15 matches with the exact same superstar, so it really goes a bit samey and tiresome over time. Well, this has been completely flipped on its head in 2K23. John Cena returns as a Showcase mode model, just like in 2K15, but this time there's a unique twist to his tale. The Showcase mode's motto is never give up, and that sentiment is so true considering you'll be playing every match in this showcase as one of John Cena's opponents. The task at hand is simple: beat John Cena in these iconic matches from his career. I had access to his debut match on SmackDown vs Kurt Angle, and his ECW One Night Stand 2006 encounter with Rob Van Dam. The matches themselves felt very fluid, with not too much reliance on completing tedious objectives which take away from the match. There were moments in the match where you complete an objective and the match would switch between actual footage from the real life version of the match back to the game with no loading screens at all. This really added to the experience of Showcase mode, and for me made it a lot more enjoyable than the previous iterations. As of right now, the Superstar ratings are locked in, and in my view, they're pretty accurate. I cannot reveal now what the ratings are, but don't worry, you don't have to wait too long for that. The 2K development teams confirmed that the Superstar ratings are based off the following factors: how often the Superstar is on TV, how the Superstar is portrayed on TV, their overall position on the card in WWE and NXT, and how the crowd react to the Superstar. Now, their final rating is not the be all and end all, so if you're not happy with the score that the Superstar has been given, you can change it. You can alter these ratings now thanks to the AI sliders, and you can get the Superstar's ratings to a level that you feel is much more accurate in your opinion. Honestly, I can envisage we'll be seeing quite a few 1-rated Roman Reigns characters after his recent antics at the Royal Rumble. Overall, 2K23 felt like an extremely polished and well put together game. It's cliche to say, but you do truly feel like you are a WWE superstar when you're playing this. Behaviour of both the superstar you are controlling and the AI feel way more complete and polished, and the matches flow in a way that you would expect to see on a televised version. While we only had access to a certain number of superstars to the preview, the level of detail and character that have been put into them makes them feel larger than life. I have really high hopes that WWE 2K23 is going to go the distance, grab the brass ring, and knock it out the park. I've been Ollie, and once again a massive thank you to 2K Games for the invite to preview the game. For more things WWE 2K23, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to GG Recon Gaming.